Hi, I'm Keith McGuire. Mark's behind the camera, and today we're going to work with complementary colors. For my first subject matter, so to speak, I am going to use a banana. So I see this a lot of times when people show me their art when I'm teaching. They go, "Look, Keith, I painted fruit," and they'll use grays or blacks or even blues to shadow their bananas. Wrong, very wrong. What you want to use is a complementary color. So yellow, the complementary color of yellow is violet. So we're going to use violet to create shadows on a banana so you get an idea of how this works. I did do a video on complementary colors before, and basically I did 2 or 3 balls, and we used them, and it was cool. But this time I wanted to actually do something with an actual subject matter, and I love watching people screw up bananas with horrible grays and blacks. So I'm going to pull out a little bit of yellow.
But I can see the grays and the blacks in the real banana.
Yeah, no, you can't. Nope. No, there are some grays and blacks on the ends. Sepia, a little brown here and there, but for the most part, we're going to treat our banana like it's healthy. So, I've pulled out probably a cad yellow light, not probably. Cad yellow light, okay? You can...
That's out of your Schminky's pan paint set?
It is. So, first thing I'm going to do, I keep putting color in my brush, and then I remember I have to wet the paper. So, there's still a little yellow in my brush, but I'm not worried about that since I am painting a banana. All right. So I like to, when you're putting color down, you want to wet the paper. It just makes the paint flow so much easier. All right. So this is basically wet on wet. All right. So, at this point, I have a wet banana picture, and I'm going to add my yellow. I'm going to, boy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add, because that just glows in the dark, I'm going to add a tiny bit of Naples yellow, because I'm going to tone this banana down.
Oh, no radioactive banana.
Yeah. I'm just going to take it down a notch or two here. Now, don't forget the watercolors dry 40% lighter than when you put them down. It's kind of surprising, but the price you pay, right, for watercolors. All right, using watercolors. All right. Very good. Wow, that's a beauty. That's big enough to eat. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to dry it very quickly. So, should I just dry it very quickly?
For demonstration purposes, that's fine.
Okay, for demonstration purposes only. Please don't use a hairdryer on your products, on your paints, because it literally dulls the color of them. But because we don't have all day, are you ready for this?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Just don't pop over the dryer.
Don't do this at home.
I'll put a big warning on it.
Yeah, there you go. This is for demonstration purposes only. I can't hear you. My dishwasher makes a lot of noise. All right. I'm pretty sure you can cut that down a little bit, right? Using
I'll speed
the
it up.
amazing power of video. Anyway, okay, that's close enough. So
just to reiterate, do not blow dry the painting that you're doing if you actually want to show anybody else ever.
no. It's just that it really does dulls the color on your watercolor. So it's highly not recommended. Highly. Does that make sense? Highly.
Yes.
Okay, whatever.
Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
We did it so that we could move along. And
Exactly.
Not cut away from.
And we just keep the film rolling a little bit. We don't have to work then. Okay, Mark doesn't have to work then. So at this point, I'm going to pull a little violet out, put it on my tray.
Why you made it violet? What'd
Yep.
you do?
Now, I'm going to take a little bit of the violet, and I'm going to now add a little bit of yellow. Now, I'm going to tell you, not all violets and all yellows work well together. Okay, so I'm going to do a little test run here. But if you can see it in the tray, just by combining those two, this is the same yellow, by combining these two, I can get a much browner yellow. Now, other colors, red and green, they make a gray. Blue and orange, I think they make a gray also. Yellow and violet, I think, is the only one that kind of makes a brown as its graying color. So you can see it kind of browns down a little bit. So at this point, I can come in and I'm going to...
What Keith's getting at is do tests before you put it
Yes.
on your painting.
Yes.
Make sure it's mixing the color and goes on the paper, the tone and hue and...
Yeah, because sometimes you can be very, very disappointed with the color you end up with. And if you go straight to your artwork, you're, you could be redoing it again. As you can see, look at the difference in value now. Between the top of the banana and the shadowed side that I've created. I love that bananas actually have like facets. It's just, I think that's cool. Anyway, but I don't get out much, so, what the heck.
Trip to the grocery stores.
Yeah, look at the facets on the bananas. Oh my God.
I didn't even talk to him about pineapples.
Yeah, oh, pineapples. Anyway, so what I'm doing right now is sometimes the facet ridge actually has like a tiny bit of a bump to it. So I like to make that just a little bit lighter. So I'm just kind of deepening the one edge and softening it up so you can kind of see it there. And I got one more facet over here on this corner. It's this little bit right here. Just comes around the edge. All right, now just going to pull a little of that color out. I thought it was slightly strong for that particular image. We're going to let this dry up. Let's make sure it's fine, as far as value goes. Maybe we got to add another layer, but what I'm going to do while we're doing that, while that's drying, I'm going to come over, I'm going to grab a little burnt sienna and a little bit of indigo. I'm going to make me kind of a brown, grayish brown tip for my bananas. So I lived in Hawaii for 10 years, and it was very exciting when your banana, the stalk of bananas ripens. You're like, oh, this is it. It's time. You'll have maybe 50, 60 bananas all ripen at once. And it's all fun. Everybody running around trying to give bananas to each other, No, I have 200 already. Thank you. So I was... later on, I'll show you how to paint rotten bananas or very how to make banana bread. Either one, you know.
Lots of banana bread.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's when you get creative with your recipes.
Yeah.
Yours has to stand out from the other 9 million people making banana bread.
Banana bread? No. No, thank you.
This steak tastes different.
Yeah.
Yes, I seasoned it with bananas.
Yep. Banana marinade. So anyway, I've just a couple little brown tips.
Are you going to do a tabletop with a shadow?
Yes. But right now, I'm just seeing, did I get enough value to make this banana really, pop with good value on the shadow sides of these bananas, of this banana, I'm sorry. My eyes, two bananas. All right, so right now I'm using just a little bit of sepia to kind of even break up the little nasty ends on the banana. Okay, so I'm looking at it going, you know what, I think I could get a little more value on there. So I'm going to go back. I believe it's dry enough. I'm going to try something. All right. So I am just going to take just the violet, okay? And I am going to apply it to what we've already got. Now, as you can see, as I go over that darker yellow, now I did not mix this violet. This is just this is plain violet.
Quick question.
Yeah.
If you don't have an actual violet paint, would you recommend mixing something, making your own out of red and blue?
Yes, but it's the same rules apply. You have to test it then with the yellows. So, oh my God. Hang on one sec, folks. Forgot to turn that off. Sorry. Click and
now we won't be able to monetize the video.
Yep. Sorry about that. We didn't want those, did we? All right. So, again, I'm just putting a very light coat. You might wait till the banana completely dries and then apply this coat again. But see how it's deepened the color quite a bit. And I could do that as many times as I think I need to get it dark enough, okay? But I kind of like where we're at for now. Of course, it's still wet. So we're going to wait a little bit longer here. In the meantime, I am going to just drop a shadow. I'm going to use, what would be nice? Something, maybe a warmish blue. For me, that will be, I'm sorry, I moved my tray. Perhaps a cerulean, just as a kind of a soft color to create a shadow underneath the banana.
So let's be clear. So are you interpreting that the banana is sitting on a white surface then?
Well, it is now.
It is now. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
and like I said, all I'm doing is I'm just creating this is kind of like just a study. Mm-hmm. And this color might not be the one, but I'm doing it. And just for fun, for giggles.
Well, what I'm getting at is if it was a reflective surface, then you would probably use something similar to the shadow actually on the banana, correct?
Well, as a matter of fact, what would happen is, or what I would be doing, is I would be creating, see the shadows on this side of the banana that I'm working on. So, you're not going to get really much of a reflective color. Okay? Now, if the light were on this side, facing the banana, yes, you would definitely get a reflective color. So,
or if the tabletop was a wood top or something of a colored top, that would affect the color of the shadow, right?
Yes.
So if you say you had a green top, you would use a complementary color of green
to actually do something.
Shadow.
Yeah.
You wouldn't use necessarily the blue that you're using is for this situation.
Yeah,
pay attention to what your surface color is.
Exactly.
To create the shadow.
So I'm just going to add maybe just a little more color it's kind of funny. It's bleeding. The yellow wasn't quite dry, so it is bleeding a little bit into the shadow. But the thing about shadows and a thing about watercolors is that's what they do. So at this point, I'm hoping that's enough to kind of get you thinking about using complementary colors. As you can see, the banana has a nice shadow. It doesn't, it still looks like a banana. It doesn't have gray or any of those other very scary colors that people put in. You want to overwrite banana, you can always kind of go in and maybe add a little bit of, a little bit of brown here and there. Might go along the edge a little bit because it seems like that's where I see them start. You get a little dark spot here and there. Uh-oh. Oh, no. My poor banana's rotting. Okay. Anyway. But it is, seriously, it's kind of fun to drop color into color a little bit. So as you can see, I can kind of stain my banana a little bit with age just by adding a little bit of color. This is still damp here. And that's how I get these soft banana-like, what do you call it?
Yeah, lines in the peel.
Yeah, banana rot. I don't know. There we go. So I'm gonna quit here before I lose the banana completely. Okay. So hope that helps. We're gonna do other colors with using complementary colors to create shadows. We'll work with reflection also. Mark brought up a very good point. So
there's some more complicated ones too, like maybe there's a red apple behind the banana. How does the red impact the yellow?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just want to do something easy so you can see it. So
if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. We'll go through them and answer them in future videos. If you have any suggestions for subject matter, we love that too. Links to your work, we'd love to see it. Give this video a like, hit the little notification button, subscribe so you don't miss any videos. And if you want to purchase any of the materials Keith's using, the Sminky paints, the Lowell Cornell brushes, the Arches watercolor paper, the butcher tray, links are in the description to purchase any of the stuff that Keith uses. We make a small commission if you use our link. If not, use it as a checklist to pick up the stuff at your local art supply center. And thanks for watching. We will see you next time.
Thank you now. Bye-bye. I like it. It is banana.